Hello, welcome back to LK Tuition. My name's Lucas and today we're going to be looking at improper fractions and mixed numbers and how to convert between the two. Hope you're well and let's get cracking. Okay, so first of all, let's figure out what improper fractions are. Well, a fraction is improper if the top number is bigger than the bottom number. It's as simple as that. So we've got some examples here. So 3 over 2, 3 is obviously bigger than 2, 10 over 7 and 254 over 9. They are all improper fractions. Another name for improper fractions are top-heavy fractions. So you might hear your teacher call them top-heavy, but that just means the top is heavier than the bottom, so they are improper. And a fraction is proper if it's the other way around, so if the numerator is smaller than its denominator, and those are the fractions that we prefer to deal with. Okay then, so let's look at how we can convert them then. So we want to convert them to a mixed number, and that is when you've got a whole number followed by a proper fraction. So for example, we've got 2.5, 4 and 5/7, and then minus 15 and 29 over 61. Yeah, so they are all mixed numbers. And the way you convert improper fractions to mixed numbers is you just do a divide and then figure out the remainder. So I'll just rewrite this one here. So here we've got 7 over 3. So think of 7 divided by 3. So how many 3's go into 7? Well, it's 2, because 2 3's are 6. And then we've got 1 left over. And we're in the world of over 3, so it's going to be over 3. So 7/3 is equal to 2 and 1/3. Okay, so let's just do a couple of examples then. So number one is 13 over 5. So we're just doing a simple divide. So 13 divided by 5, well, that's going to be 2, because 2 5's are 10, and we've got remainder 3. So it's 2 and 3/5. Okay, number two, we've got 35 over 8. So thinking about our 8 times table. So 35 divided by 8 is going to be 4, because 4 8's are 32. And again, we've got 3 remainder. So 4 and 3/8. And finally, we do 79 over 11. Well, how many 11's go into 79? Well, 7 11's are 77. And there's going to be 2 left to make 79. So 7 and 2/11. Okay. Now let's have a little look about how we can go backwards. So going from a mixed number back to an improper fraction. So to change a mixed number into an improper fraction, you multiply the whole number by the denominator of the fraction, and then with that number you add the numerator. So it's easier to do than to say. So here we've got 5 and 2/7. So first we do 5 times 7, which is 35. And then, so you're timesing these two together. So let's just kind of draw that. So you're timesing them two together and then adding the top number. So 35 plus 2 is 37. And that's how you end up with 37 over 7. Okay, and we'll do a few more examples of that in a second. Okay, and then you can always check your answer by turning it back into a mixed number and seeing if you end up with what you started with. So for instance, 37 divided by 7, well, 5 7's are 35, and then to get to 37, you've got 2 left, so 5 and 2/7, and this is exactly what we started with. Okay, so just a bit more practice with these then. So number one, we want to do 9 and 2/3. Well, we start off by timesing these two together. So 9 times 3 is 27. And then add the 2 is 29. So this is 29 over 3. Okay, so just write that out again. So 9 times 3, oops, that's the worst 3 I've ever drawn. 9 times 3 is 27. And then 27 plus 2 is 29. Okay, let's do another one. 1 and 1/8. Well, 1 times 8 is 8. Plus the 1 at the top is 9. So this is 9 over 8. And then finally, number 3, 20 and 5/6. Well, 20 times 6 is 120, plus the 5 is 125 over 6. Okay. All right then, so a couple of worded examples then. Question number 1, Charlie's dog eats 7.5 boxes of doggy bickies a year. Write this number as an improper fraction. Alright then, so there's quite a lot of doggy bickies, but let's write it as a fraction. So 7.5, well that can be written like that, 7.5, and we want to write this as an improper fraction. So just like what we've been doing before, so 7 times 2 is 14, plus the 1 is 15. So this is going to be 15 over 2, and that's our answer. Number 2, Bella's mum has calculated that she needs 13 over 3 tins of tuna for jacket potato nights. What an exciting family. Write this improper fraction as a mixed number and write down how many tins Bella should buy. Okay, so we've got 13 out of 3. And remember, to go into a mixed number, we divide. So how many 3's go into 13? Well, it's going to be 4, because 4 times 3 is 12. And then we've got remainder 1 to make the 13. Okay, but now we want to figure out how many tins she could buy, or she should buy. Now, if she buys 4 tins, she's not going to have enough, is she? Because she needs 4 1/3. And you can't buy 1/3 of a tin, so she'll have to buy 5 tins. So she should buy 5 tins of tuna, yeah, to make sure that she has enough. Okay, so that was mixed numbers and improper fractions. So just to recap, to go from an improper fraction to a mixed number, you just divide and work out the remainder. And then to go from a mixed number to an improper fraction, you times the whole number by the denominator and then add the numerator to get that top number. And always, the bottom numbers, you're always in the same world of if you're in 7ths or if you're in 10ths or 13ths, that bottom number will always stay the same. Okay, hope you found this useful. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon for some more maths videos.